Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is ChickenWrap and today we're going to be going over a few things that you can do within a game of League of Legends to improve your performance. 1. Improving your CS. By practicing on improving your CS, you'll be able to consistently perform better in-game. The more CS you have, the more gold you have, the more items you get, and the faster you get them. It's extremely hard to get perfect CS, but don't try for that. Just try to improve your CS little by little until you're consistently getting 170 to 200 CS by 20 minutes. 2. Know when to harass. Hitting your opponent with a spell isn't worth missing CS over. When you're harassing, you should be doing so only when you have a good opening for it. Attacking your opponent when their wave is low means that you miss out on gold just to damage your enemy. Don't do this. Gold is worth more than a tiny bit of damage. Unless they're so far out of position that you can kill them, it's not worth missing the CS over. Furthermore, judge how much damage you'll receive while harassing. If your opponent's surrounded by minions, those minions are going to start attacking you. And in the early game, they can hurt a lot. You might end up taking more damage from minions than your opponent will have taken from you. So not only did you just miss a ton of CS, but you lost the trade too. 3. Don't face check bushes near the late game. This one may seem silly, but it's incredible how many times I've seen it done even in Diamond. Just don't do it. Simple as that. Use wards, use abilities, but don't face check bushes past the 40-minute mark in territory you don't have control over. Just don't. 4. Know where to be and when to be there. Countless times have I watched people die by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes it's inevitable, and it can't be helped. What can be helped, however, is being at the right place at the right time. If your bot lane needs help, go help. If you know the enemy team's preparing for Dragon, be at Dragon. Don't be a top lane, be a Dragon. If you watch your opponent leave your lane and go to a different lane, go with them. The more disasters you can prevent, the easier the game will be for you and your team. 5. Never be inactive. Did you just push your lane up but it's dangerous to go take the tower? Gank a lane. Did you just get Dragon and have lots of health and mana? Go back to your lane. Did you just take an inhib and the enemy buff is up? Nab the buff. The only time you should be at your base is when you've run out of things to do, or if it's so dangerous for you that you could die at any moment. 6. Know when to back out. Sticking around in a bad situation is, well, bad. If you have no mana and have health, there's no point in staying for that extra gold or CS. You'll be zoned off a bit and you'll die if you go for it anyway. If you don't, your opponent can and will easily dive you on your tower, and you will die. It's never worth the risk when the reward is death. 7. Use the right trinket. Do you have a Sightstone? Sell your warding totem and buy a sweeper. Are you jungling and it's nearing mid to late game? Get that sweeper. Did you just go back to your base and do you have a couple hundred gold to spare after level 9? Hey, go ahead and upgrade your trinket. 7.5. Wards. Buy and use wards. Always. Leaving the store with 100 gold and a free inventory slot is not an option. 8. Be nice. I know this one seems a little more cliche than the others, but it's true. If you focus on the positives of your team instead of the negatives, not only do you boost morale, but you also keep your team from becoming discouraged by any potential negative players as well. Instead of saying, "Oh, this 0-2 top laner needs to uninstall the game, they're so bad," say, "It's alright, bud. We'll make a great comeback. Just do your best." 9. Play what you know. It's great that that champion counters this one, but if you can't play them, then there's no point in bothering, because if your opponent's good with that champion, you've lost the matchup even if you choose a counter pick. Stick to what you know, because what you know will take you far. 9.5. Practice new champions. There's nothing worse than having a champion pool that consists of only Riven and Rumble. Sure, they're both really powerful picks, but what if they get banned? What if you don't get the lane you want? Practice champions and normals. Expand your champion pool. Have a response for each situation and make sure that that response can work for you. Try to have 3 champions you can play well in each role and try to make them diverse picks. If you can play 3 completely different champions in all 5 roles in the game, you have a champion pool of 15 completely different champions using different playstyles that you can draw upon to help your team out no matter what the situation calls for. And number 10. Never stop improving. Look at your mistakes and learn from them. Every time you die is a fatal mistake you made in the game. Figure out what went wrong and figure out how you can change it for the better. Never stop improving. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like. But until then, good luck and have fun.